Hey guys, Eric here, Nomadic Fanatic. Jax is up sleeping up top. It's late. I'm making a video because it's been kind of dreary, and I want to talk about entertainment inside the RV because I think we all kind of need our vice. There's a lot of people that don't really care about technology when they're on the road. I do this full time, so this is my home. This is not just a little vacation away from reality at home. Since the RV life is my home, I like to have a lot of different ways to stay entertained when the weather isn't as good, or if I'm just stuck inside at night because the summer's daylight is a little shorter. If you're not into technology and all that, then maybe this video is not going to be for you, but I want to talk mainly about my new TV over here, which I'm going to showcase. My new LED 12-volt TV, where I got it, and all that information. Anything you like in this video, I'm basically going to give you the links or the research to be able to get it yourself. But as you can see, I love retro gaming. I don't care for any of the new consoles. I love retro gaming. Nintendo 64 has been my favorite console. As many of you could probably remember, I have all of my console games original in their original boxes. However, I have found myself not using them very much, and I will show you why. But I love Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, do you guys even remember all this? And NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. I love those retro games, and I love being able to play them on the road. Now, these are not the original controllers from these three game systems, which I will get to in a minute here, but first I want to talk about the TV itself, and then we'll get into the game systems and how I'm able to play these retro games. Okay, this is my new 24-inch LED 1080p Naxa DC television. The reason I went with this is because a lot of things. First of all, it's LED, which means it's lower power consumption, but mainly 12 volt. It is an AC/DC TV, so you do have the capability of plugging it into a standard outlet if you're at an RV park or somewhere plugged in and you don't want to take off your batteries. For my use, I'm probably going to eventually just hardwire it to my battery bank and fuse it directly that way. But it runs on 19 watts. 24-inch TV, 19 watts. Basically, I think it factors in somewhere around 2 amps an hour, which is nothing. I love it. You might be thinking to yourself, 24 inches, that's not a very big TV. Well, maybe in a house it's not that big, but you also have to realize I'm sitting about 4 feet away from the TV when I watch TV or play video games. Also, if you do your research, and you will find this as I have found it, at least as of now, 2015, the largest TV that you can get that stays 12 volt is 24 inches. There is nothing larger than a 24-inch 12 volt TV at this time. Naxa does have a model up, which is a 32-inch TV, but it is only AC powered. So again, I'm talking about this in the sense of someone who boondocks and relies on solar power to power the batteries that operate the TV at any time during the day. So that's why I went with this one. It got really good reviews. The price was great. Amazon Prime, $209 shipped. I think it's a really reasonable price, and it more than doubled the screen that I had before. It has a digital media input on the back, which is the USB input. Now, unlike most TVs, when you put in your thumb drive, you can only look at pictures or what's the other kind of file? Mostly just pictures, though. This one plays .avi files. As in, you download a movie from your computer, you put it on your thumb drive, you put the thumb drive in the back of the TV, you press play with your TV remote, and you can watch a 1 gig movie or episode straight from the thumb drive. That's what I love about it. Right now I'm using the HDMI import from my receiver, which is through Dish Network, the 211Z, but I also have my game system. My regular Nintendo 64 game is in the back, as well as the VGA input, which I'm going to show you how I transfer anything from my laptop onto the TV, mostly for the game emulator system. The mount for the TV allows me to pull it out and tilt it either direction like this, or all the way around, or if I'm standing outside or have company, I can even aim the TV out the window and watch from outside. Okay, so how do we play retro games and watch them on the TV? Let me go to the laptop here and show you some stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to take you down into my MacBook Pro and show you the application and kind of try to explain this through to you. So this down here in my dock, this is called OpenEMU. This is a program that runs ROM files. So I want to talk about the difference between the two. First of all of this is free. The games technically can probably be found free, although I've paid for a couple of them and I've been collecting them for several years now. Where you end up locating these, you're kind of on your own. You're just going to have to do your Google searches and find out, and you will going to have to find them in different areas. But anyway, the program that I use is OpenEMU. I know a lot of people are stuck on the ones that they love, but believe me, there are some significant controller problems. I've been testing this out for years, and believe me, the best one out there, in my opinion, based on being stressed about problems, is OpenEMU. If you look over in this section, let me just blow this up a little bit. Look over here in this section, there's a lot more than just the 3 gaming consoles that I was talking about. Game Boy, all the Ataris, Sega, PlayStation, PSP. There's a lot of different games that this emulator actually works with. But like I said, I only use it for Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, and Nintendo 64. And you can see I have not downloaded every single game for the system, but I have downloaded a lot of games, and all of these work great. That's one of my favorites, F-Zero Original for Super Nintendo. There's really no limitation, actually. You can probably find a ROM version of every single game out there somewhere if you look hard enough. Mickey's Magical Quest, that's a great game too. I'll go up to Nintendo 64, and I have every game here in my Nintendo 64 collection that I also own up top with my consoles. So, and more, actually. I have more games here. And then regular NES, I don't have very many, but I do like playing a lot of the retro games. Okay, well that's great and everything, so you can play all these retro games right off of your MacBook. The problem, at least for me in the past, has always been, yeah, but you're pushing keyboard buttons. A and S is your right and left arrow, and the shift button is your jump and your A button. And it never made sense to me, and I just recently, within the last year, found out that you can go on to Amazon or eBay and you can get original looking controllers that actually work and have the right buttons and everything. They feel exactly like the original controllers. There's just one difference. At the end of the cord, they are USB, meaning they go into your computer. This was a game changer for me. This changed everything in my mind. I could literally sit here and play on my laptop and use the original controllers. I would never have a need for any of the old systems, never had a need for any of the old console games. I'm just going to play them straight off my computer. That was great. Again, you can find these, they all work. All the ones that I've actually gone, I broke one of these, or Jack's chewed one of my SNES controllers, so that's why I had to get a new one. But they've all worked, PC or Mac, it doesn't really matter, as long as it's RetroLink. I think that's the one I like the most, is RetroLink, if you are looking for them. I do want to show one more thing in the app here about how to kind of set the controllers, though. So you just plug in the USB. Alright, let me just show how to actually set this up. Once you've got your controller and you have all of your ROM files and you've imported them into your OpenEMU program, the first time you're going to want to do this is set up your controller. So go to Preferences here. What you're going to do is you're going to select the controller and you're just going to start this. I'm going to click right here in the up position and it's going to see how it highlights that thumb. It just wants me to push it just to make sure we're on the same track. And then ask me to hit the left button, hit select, start, A and B, X and Y, left and right, and there we go. It is now synced this controller's USB to all of those buttons so that I don't have to push buttons on the keyboard. And you only have to do that one time. Every time you open the application after that, no matter what game system you're playing, every time you have that controller plugged in, it knows what you're talking about. So just double click this. So we'll just start Mickey's Magical Quest. This is one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo console. I also like Super Ghouls and Ghosts is another one of my favorites. But everything is exactly how I remember it, even when you blow it up on a big screen TV. To me, it looks exactly the same. I can't even tell the difference. The soundtrack in this game, everything. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and play games. I just wanted to show you all. I've not had any technical issues with any of this. All of the games are working. All of the audio is perfect. The video is perfect. There's no bugs or viruses or problems. And it's so heartwarming to be able to play all of these retro games, especially on the road. I can sit here and just play games non-stop, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you guys play the games. I already play them enough, believe me. One last thing I want to show is, then the second part is getting this 11-inch MacBook screen that shows this onto my 24-inch TV over here. So there are several ways that you can do it, depending on if you have a PC or a Mac. I'm going to kind of show you both. So if you're using a PC, the best way to do it is just to tap into the VGA output and get one of these cords, VGA, VGA, and then hook it into the back of your TV. Most TVs, especially the one I just talked about, which there's a link in my video description for this TV, has VGA input. So it would simply be putting this into the side of your computer and putting the other end into your TV. I have this as an alternate. The only thing is this only delivers video. So you're also going to want to get the audio probably to your TV or your stereo system as well. So you're going to want a male-to-male headphone jack that goes out from your laptop and then somehow either goes into the TV or into a stereo. I have my stereo up front that has an input. I like to put my game system on the big speakers here in the RV. But I have this as an alternate because I also have this adapter. I have two of these Thunderbolt adapters for my MacBook Pro. Again, this is a mid-2011 MacBook Pro. So the Thunderbolt adapter goes into the side of the MacBook, and then it has VGA input there. I still have to run sound to it. The best way to do it, for me, is this other adapter, Thunderbolt adapter, which has HDMI. So I can go HDMI and simply plug this directly into the HDMI port on the back of my TV. This delivers HD video and sound through the TV, but then I don't have sound on the speaker. So it's kind of this bargain. I kind of have to pick and choose what I want to do. The other option that you can also do is, a lot of people don't even know these exist, but you have HDMI to RCA red, white, and yellow jack. These are also on Amazon. I will try to remember to put the link for this in there. Actually, it may have been eBay. I can't promise you on that one, but I'll look and I will try to put it in the description. But HDMI to regular audio video cables as well for input. Just gives you another option in case you've already used both of your HDMIs as well. So yeah, hope you like my video. If you have any questions, please leave them here. I can't answer all of your questions. There are some good programs out there. There are probably some other programs besides OpenEMU that you could find as well. I'm just using an example because it's the one I love. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed my gaming review and my TV review. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, Jax here, along with his human servant Eric. Thanks for watching our RB channel. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up below. Don't forget to watch all of our other videos. We got some great material out there. Subscribe to our channel so you can get the latest updates here on the road. Can you say hi? Talk to you guys later.